Look at Timmy, there he goes. Hey, what's up guys, it's Spencer. I wanted to make a video about how I got my name changed in Texas because there's a lot of Texas residents and our system for trans name changes is kind of like confusing and a lot of people just don't know where to start. So this is how I did it. The first thing I did was go to this website that I'm gonna link down here, but it's like the official Texas Gov website and you can print all your forms and stuff off right there, and they also have a step-by-step guide for getting your name and gender marker changed. Now this only works for Travis County, but any Texas resident can travel to Travis County. That's where Austin is, if you didn't know. Any Texas resident can travel there and get their name changed. I'm not a resident of Travis County, I never have been, but I traveled over there recently and got my whole name changed in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. My whole name and gender marker was taken care of, and it was super easy. It was super easy. No one told me how easy it was. I was expecting something way harder. Alright, you're gonna go to the website, download the step-by-step instructions, and then also download and print out the petition to change the name and gender marker of an adult and the final order to change the name and gender marker of an adult. And they should be linked there on that website. It was pretty easy to navigate through, for me at least. But you want to print out those two things and then possibly the step-by-step instructions if you want them printed out. You don't need them for the court or anything, but if you want them for you, that's really cool. First thing you're going to want to do is get fingerprinted. That runs between free to $10 or $15 depending on what county you live in. In my county it's free, but in I think most counties it's about $10, so it's not too bad. But you go down to your local county courthouse, you just say that you need to get fingerprinted for a name change, and then they'll fingerprint you and give you your card and you'll be good to go. Then you're going to have to get letters from either a mental health professional that is helping you with your gender identity or a doctor that is helping you transition. If you have a therapist and a general practitioner, you can get both letters, but I didn't. My doctor is really bad about getting back to people, so I emailed her for the letter and then she never got back to me about it, so I just went with my therapist letter and my thing was approved anyway. You don't need both, you just need one. But you can bring both if you just want to make sure. So you need those two things, and then also fill out your petition for your name change and your final order for the name change, except for the parts that say to be filled out by in front of a notary or by the court. Don't fill those parts out until you're in front of the notary or until you're at the court. You should only need those two things, but if you are someone who's been convicted of a felony or if you're a registered sex offender, I think if there's one other, if you have any other supporting evidence, I think is what it says, then you can also add those in and take those to court with you, but if not, then that doesn't apply. It didn't apply to me, so I only had the two things and then my final order and my petition. So you get to Travis County, right? You go to the county courthouse. On the third floor, it says all this in your step-by-step instructions, but on the third floor, you're gonna go into this room and basically tell the front desk person that you're here because you're seeking a legal name change, and she'll take your papers, and then you'll probably wait for 10-20 minutes while they review it, and then someone's gonna call you back. They're gonna go over it with you, and then that person will probably send you to a lawyer, and the lawyer is also going to go through your paperwork with you, make sure that everything is filled out right, make sure everything that the judge is going to want to see is, there and available for him. And then my lawyer, the lawyer that they gave me, he just took my paperwork and took it to the judge himself without me having to go. I didn't have to go in any sort of courtroom or anything, but I do know people who did have to go to the courtroom. So come prepared just in case, because I know that they will turn you away if you're not appropriately dressed for court. So the lawyer is going to take your papers to be reviewed by two judges. If there's any additional questions, they might ask you to come into the courtroom or they might ask you to meet with the judge to answer those questions. My judge didn't have any additional questions for me, so my stuff just got signed and went through. My lawyer brought it back. I've probably been in the courthouse for about an hour and a half at this point. He brought it back with the judge order and the signatures and stuff, and he sent me back downstairs to someone else who was going to give me the court certified copies of that judge order, and then you take those copies to all the places that you need to change your name, and then they review the judge order and change your name for you. So you take those copies to the DPS, the Social Security Office, the Office of Vital Records, all that stuff. Once you get your court certified copies, the first one is free, but but they usually, my lawyer recommended that I get between 5 and 10, so I got 9, right? But apparently after the first copy, they cost $4 each, so with 9 copies, I got 10 copies, so 9 I had to pay for. So that took my $0 to $36 that I had to pay, but that was the only fees I had to pay the entire time I was in court, was those $4 per copy. I definitely got way too many copies. They told me more than I would need. I would recommend getting between 3 and 5 copies, tops. I hope y'all liked this video. Maybe it made your name change a little bit easier. Leave me a like and a comment and subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.